Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be going over the build and design of the Headband Edition XS. I just wanted to go over it and tell you my thoughts and opinions on how this was actually engineered. I'm not going to tell you about the sound. I do enjoy listening to these, so don't think that I don't like these headphones. I'm just going to go through and criticize a few things. The first immediate thing that I notice, headband's really rattly. It's a really loose fit up in there. It's a little scratchy on the adjustment mechanism. These plastic pieces and this foam band feel really cheap. I really feel like Headband really fell through designing this headband style that's on a few of their budget models. I think they really tried to make it as cheap as possible and didn't consider the actual customer when making it. Alright, so I want to go over the cups now. I do like the finish of the cups that immediately comes off. This paint is definitely going to scratch off eventually with some wear and tear, but it's fine. It's generally a cheap pair of headphones. I really like the fact that they went with 3.5 millimeters. It really opens up the market of being able to replace the stock cable, because the stock cable is doo-doo garbage. One thing that I don't like about these pads, one thing that I don't like about these shaped Headbands is the shape itself. This egg shape pad that they have, it really, if it works for your head, it works for your head. If you have a head like mine, it doesn't seal. If you sit it comfortably on your head, it won't seal in the back left here because my jaw just pushes too much on it in the front. So the only way that I can actually get a proper seal is if I put my ear down as low as I can and raise it up so it seals against the top of my head here. And it just becomes uncomfortable, and it's not ideal, at least for me. I do know that this works for some people, so if it works for you, it works for you. Another thing I'd like to complain about is the pad mounting mechanism. It's just injection molded plastic insert into the pad itself. It's got these little teeth here that grab onto the plastic plate in here. Really hate to see this kind of design. It makes the pads more expensive to make because you have to injection mold this part. When you've already made a lip that goes over it, you could just add a line of sewing around the side here, and then you'd have a lip on the pad that you could then replace this part and have a lip on the cup so that the pads come off and go on really easily. With the teeth design like this, putting it back on and making sure that it's secured and sealed, like you just have to go around a bunch of times. I mean, like that side, that teeth isn't grabbing right now. And you just got to go around and make sure, because if you don't, you're going to get a bass leak, and it's going to change the tuning of the headphones for better or for worse. Yep, see, that tooth wasn't all the way in. So I really hate this teeth design. I really wish they went with a pad lip. That would have been ideal if you'd asked me, and I think it would have made the pads cheaper and easier to replace. So now I'm going to go through and disassemble the headphones. We'll talk about the inner workings. Alright, that's all the screws. So I'm going to pop this plastic piece out, which is two pieces here. There's a plastic piece and what feels like an FR4 board, like a PCB material, which looks like it's just a spacer. Not really doing too much there, just aligning things. And then in here we have the speaker module and the grill. I like that it's a metal grill, it's nice. I really wish that they had made the design a little bit, like I made these slats a little bit closer together so that I can't quite get my finger in there to press against the driver. Not that you'll be able to do much damage just by poking it, but like a pencil could easily fit through there, and I don't like that idea. Okay, and then we just have this discrete speaker module, which is a really nice design in my opinion. I like having a discrete speaker unit that's separate from the housing. It makes repairability easy. It makes iterations easier. So if they wanted to make like an edition XY instead of an edition XS, they could. And all they would have to do is replace this, maybe paint this, and then they could release another headphone with a slightly different tuning. The big thing about this that I don't like is that the connector is right up against the speaker. This is just asking to have cable noise travel into the cup. Luckily, this isn't a closed back, so it's not as big of an issue. With closed backs, it's a lot more of an issue because it'll resonate the whole housing, and it doesn't have a lot of place to disperse out, so travels right into your ear. So yeah, I like this. I like the design overall. There are a bunch of problems that I have with it that I wish they had done differently. Overall, I do think that this headphone is well built. I have my gripes with it that I've talked about. But overall, I think like if you enjoy this headphone, you enjoy this headphone. I don't think it's going to be a problem mechanically for you. If the headband's uncomfortable for you, buy the strap. If the tuning's bad for you, use EQ. These are a decent headphone to EQ to if you can get it to seal well on your head. So yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Post a comment down below of any other headphones that you wish to see me do this for. I'd love to do them. So yeah, thank you.